Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahabushai, Bahasham, Rakahak Wadash, Barakatum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahabushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the brother Ra'aya with another video, and I'm going to start it off in Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And these were the end time signs that Yahawashi, the Son of the Most High, whom the world ignorantly refers to as so-called Jesus Christ, told his disciples to look for, to know that they were living in the last days. And while he told his disciples in the past, in person this, he was really speaking to his disciples today, the elect of the nation of Israel, the nation of Israel consisting of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the Israelite foreigners who look like these heathens of these things, because we are living in the last days, really the last seconds of the last days, before the end of this current age of the rulership of the heathen nations, chiefly of the biblical Edomites or these so-called white people, before Yahawashi's second coming to save his elect and establish the kingdom of heaven, which will be for eternity. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, and clearly that's taken place. You know, the war in Ukraine, and what? Rumors of war. War between Israel and Iran, war between China and Taiwan, war between the U.S. and Russia, the U.S. and China, World War III, nuclear war, etc., etc. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, racial tensions boiling over into racial skirmishes taking place, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences. And what do we see take place through 2019 to 2021? And now they're talking about it having a resurgence, a pestilence, and then a whole host of other pestilences, whether man-made or naturally occurring, that are going to take place, and earthquakes in diverse places. And what just took place in Morocco, a devastating earthquake amongst these other earthquakes that take place damn near daily all across the planet. All these are the beginning of sorrows. We're just in the beginning stages of these things right now, of Jacob's trouble, of these sorrows. It's going to get much worse from here on out. But in this video, I'll be dealing with the famines, because famines of biblical proportions are going to take place, and it's going to be one of the major judgments that Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi is going to bring upon the planet to judge you people for all the wickedness you've been committing. But now I'm going to go to a video on the Atlantis Reports YouTube channel titled "A Tsunami of Food Shortages is Coming to America." Famines in America is going to be the hardest place hit by all these calamities, because America, which in the scriptures is known as Babylon the Great, as well as spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt, as pursuant to Revelation 11 verse 8, is the epicenter of all wickedness that is taking place on the planet. But this is a fair use copyright disclaimer. This video is simply for educational purposes, and I don't, intend to, make any money off of it or it being monetized. You say that copyright disclaimer so many times, the time you go to say it again, you forget it. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm gonna play about the first minute or so of this video.
We're facing a food pricing problem in 2022.
With regard to food shortage, yes, we did so talk about food shortages.
A food shortage in the UK. Right, let's take a look at this next report to understand the signs of growing financial distress in the world's largest economy.
Geopolitical strife, conflicts, food supply lines breaking down, warnings from all kinds of governmental entities, NGOs, and the UN are predicting widespread food shortages. How much stock do people place in this potentiality? It seems
civil strife, breakdowns, supply chain disruptions, and global food shortages, and there shall be famines.
to us that it's already started. Food prices in the U.S. soared to record heights last year. Global food prices also posted a 20.7% increase compared to last year. Highest prices we've seen since probably for the last 10 years. The chief of the UN World Food Program warned.
And hey, that's a part of biblical prophecy as well. The prices for these goods becoming very expensive out here to where a lot of people, just can't afford it. And what's that due to? Inflation, the value of your dollar decreasing. But now let's go to Revelation chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 5. And this is dealing with, the so-called 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, which are just symbolic for different situations that would be taking place in the last days. And when he had opened the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine." And let's go into that word penny in the Strong's, which is G1220, denarion. And as it says in the outline of biblical usage, denarius equals containing 10. A Roman silver coin in New Testament time. It took its name from it being equal to 10 asses, which was a copper coin during the Roman times. A number after 217 BC increased to 16, about 3.898 grams or 0.1375 ounces. It was the principal silver coin of the Roman Empire. Hey, the principal silver coin of the Roman Empire. And the United States of America is Rome all over again. And what's the principal currency? Hey, that FRN note, that US dollar. From the parable of the laborers in the vineyard, it would seem that a denarius was then the ordinary pay for a day's wages. And in the old world, you were paid the same day you worked, which is the only right way to do things. This society we live in, where a lot of people get paid every 2 weeks, is just completely wicked. So think about it like this. You get paid every 2 weeks, and what? A measure of wheat for a penny, or a denarius, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. So damn near your entire paycheck, hundreds of dollars to pay for what? A loaf of bread, a case of water, a pack of chicken or beef, etc., etc. And what did we just hear in that clip? That prices for food in the U.S. have increased to levels that haven't been seen in 10 years. Inflation, the devaluation of the dollar, and it will lead to hyperinflation.
That a potential global food crisis might be on the horizon on a scale not seen since World War II. Stocking up on the non-perishables.
A global food crisis on the horizon that's not been seen since World War II. And it's not, a possibility. It's an inevitability. And we know this is the case because the scriptures say so. But that's it with that video. Now let's get back into these precepts. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 6, verse 22 in the Apocrypha. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. And what does a farmer do when he plants his seeds in the field? He sows them in the field. And there's been adverse weather events all across the planet that have destroyed farmers' croplands and have not allowed them to plant and yield the sufficient amount of crops that they would like to, which leads to less and less produce getting to these stores, which plays into the next part. The full storehouses, Your Walmarts, Krogers, Rouses, Winn-Dixies shall suddenly be found empty due to adverse weather events, as well as supply chain disruptions, which a lot of them are being orchestrated by the elites to create this chaos out of here. These store shelves are going to become emptier and emptier, and the price and the goods that are still available there are going to be made damn near unaffordable due to inflation and hyperinflation. So what are you going to see? A repeat of 2020 with people bum rushing these stores and, fighting over the last remaining goods that are there. And eventually it's going to get to the point to where people are going to start breaking into each other's houses and putting those in the houses to death and having their way with their family members and ransacking those houses for whatever goods they can get. This is 2 Esdras chapter 15, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. And especially in the United States of America, the modern day sword is the gun, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, food shortages, famines out here, and for great tribulation, all the other calamities that are going to be taking place during Jacob's trouble. But even though these horrible times are coming, to you sincere Akim and Akwath out there, there's a silver lining. If we're of that elect number, which Abaratazah, you as well as myself are, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is going to make sure that his elect eat during the times of Jacob's trouble. This is Isaiah chapter 65, verses 13 to 14. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. The wicked of our people that didn't want to take heed to this word and just wanted to continue to live this Babylonian American worldly lifestyle, and you other heathens out there, which you have no chance of salvation. But ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. The wicked of our people and you other heathens out there getting judged horrifically by these calamities of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, for all the calamities you've been, for all the iniquity and sin you've been committing out here. But as for the servants, the elect of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, they're going to rejoice and sing, because they're going to see that Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai has that protective hedge over them and is navigating them through these terrible times of Jacob's trouble, which are quickly coming upon us. So that's it with this video. With this video, I hope you sincere Akim and Akwath were edified. Just keep strong. We're almost out of this final wicked captivity of the heathen nations, chiefly of the Edomites. And as always, I'm going to say Abad Babol, Kwam Yasharallah, and until next time, Shalom.